Welcome back to video number 2. It's our palate cleanser for Saturday. And of course, there's lots of royal family members and they've all been out and about super busy. So let's just jump in and cover, shall we? Let's go. We're starting off with the Duke of Gloucester, who went to visit Wednesday night the Rock UK Frontier Centre in recognition of the charity's centenary anniversary. While he was there, he watched groups doing things like the climbing tower and high ropes. He also listened to the North Hampshire Music and Performing Arts. And while he was there, of course, he planted an indigenous European beech tree and unveiled a plaque. I'm assuming it's the same day because he's wearing the same suit with the same red tie. So apparently on the 30th of October as well, the Duke of Gloucester unveiled the Northampton General Hospital's organ and tissue donation memorial. He also met, of course, with members of the organ donation committee and some hospital staff that are involved in the organ donation process. And you should know, by the way, since the organ donation registry was put together in 1994, that more than 100,000 people in the UK have been saved by organ transplants. Another thing that he did on the 30th as well was meet with members of the Northamptonshire St. John's Cadets, who were presented with a signed certificate to celebrate 100 years of their service in Northampton. The cadets, by the way, take part in a full program which provides them with first aid training and develops their skills for the future. Finally, also on the 30th, this man was busy. The Duke of Gloucester visited the Frank Bruno Foundation to hear about their commitment to supporting those struggling with the early stages of mental illness. And he presented certificates in appreciation of volunteering services and, of course, unveiled a plaque to commemorate his visit. I love that. All right, let's move on. All right, let's move on to Sophie, the Duchess. On the 31st, she went to Buddy Dog's family event in Reading on Thursday. Oh my good. Now this event is held at the Guide Dogs UK Centre and plays host to a number of children who look like they were just having the best time. Don't forget that Sophie is the patron for the Guide Dogs for the Blind Association. And this dog that you're looking at above is called Storm. She really got attached to Storm. Well, then who wouldn't? Look how cute. Anyway, she looked lovely and she got there and there was a lot going on besides playing with all of the animals and getting to meet the families. And the event was to make sure that the buddy dogs, which by the way, they are not guide dogs. These are service dogs used for mobility aid. These are dogs that didn't quite make it through guide training due to either health issues or behavioral issues. They might have a joint condition, something like that. So when she was done cozying up to these absolutely adorable animals, she got into the kitchen and she was making some doggy treats for the animals with some of the children. I think we all know by now that Sophie's thing, she's always does well with children and animals. Children and animals are two of the most intuitive, you guys know what I'm about to say. They're very intuitive. They know the good people from the bad people. It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. So the fact that these children and these dogs are just all over her says everything to me that you would ever need to know about Duchess Sophie, or as I like to call her, Secret Weapon Sophie. You guys should know, just as an FYI, that the treats they were making were spooky Halloween biscuits due to the time of the year that this was done. For those of you who are unaware, Sophie took this patron over from Princess Alexandra in 2021. These dogs, these buddy dogs, guide dogs are for the visual impairment, and it's how they develop their independent living skills through the support and companionship of the buddy dogs. Because again, these are not guide dogs, not to be confused. They are dogs that can give companionship and help with open that door. And if there's a string, the dog will pull it with its mouth. Do you guys get what I'm saying? That's what they're doing with these particular dogs. So I'm glad that these dogs get a chance to do something else after they were turned down for guiding. All right. Now, One more thing I should say, people are really talking a lot about the way that Sophie was dressed. I did like her skirt. I had no idea that it was 1,600 pounds. That's a little expensive to me, but it did fit her beautifully. It was a gorgeous piece. Thank you to Remoulade sauce. All right, let's move on. Next up, we have Princess Anne. She was at the Health Sciences University. She celebrated its official launch, and it was marked by the installation of her, the Princess Royal, as the university's inaugural chancellor. How cool is that? She launched to the university. I just love that. All right, let's keep going. Now, before that, a day or two before that, the Princess Royal visited Musgrove Park Hospital. She was there to meet the volunteers of the Musgrove Park League of Friends, which funded the hospital's first surgical robot. The volunteers are called the League of Friends. They had an incredible £8 million in donations over 20 years, including £1.5 million just this year for the new robotic surgery console. Wow. It's called the Da Vinci surgical robot. Now, she was able to see, Anne was, the firsthand difference that this robot is making for the patients. And I'm glad she was able to go by and, see all those people. Now, when that was done, she had a second visit to make. She went to the Taunton College, the local college, and she was speaking with winners of the Sandy Pageant Award. The hospital, after Anne got there and, she went through the obligatory greetings of everything, she was also able to take a tour of the clinical skill nursing suite before she met those award winners. So again, while Anne was there, she was there to do the Somerset Award, and she was given a present by ZP4. And ZP4 is a group of boys who won this year's Sandy Pageant Award. Interesting. One of the people, his name was Alex. He had a brother, Zach, who passed away suddenly in 2022. Zach apparently really loved football and cricket. So in honor of his friend, Fred Bale raised funds for a bench at the Bridgewater Cricket Club. Pretty nice. So with his friends, he hoped to raise £1,000, and he raised £37,000. So the fundraising continued, which earned, the boys this Special Pride of Somerset Award. I just think that's lovely. All right, moving on. Let's move on now to Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales. She issued a statement on her social media account on X for Baby Loss Awareness Week. And she did this 1 week after she returned to royal duties. Now, with this very nice statement that she put up, Catherine put a photograph of a candle. It says Wave of Light. This candle was designed by the brand Plum and Ashby. They partnered with Tommy's, which is the UK's largest pregnancy research charity. They partnered in 2020. Tommy's funds vital research to stop miscarriage, stillbirths, and premature births. So after the statement, Plum and Ashby announced that, because of the statement, they have now raised over £213,000 for Tommy's following the sale of the Wave of Light. That's unbelievable. That's a lot of research to help save the lives of babies and support families, throughout pregnancy, and campaigns for improved care. I love it. Go, Catherine. And finally, I can't believe this. William is out there at least trying to do something about homelessness, and apparently there are critics out there complaining about what he's doing. It's so easy for people to complain about what other people do, and yet they don't do anything themselves. So in the new documentary, the king said that he feels guilty. It's a lot of hard work, he said, to do everything that he's doing. And he feels that he should have been doing more in the past. And he now knows he has the chance to make an impactful change. And he's giving it a try. He says, I've spent time learning and listening to what people have been through. And I feel guilty every time I leave that I'm not doing more to help. So here you have this man who's actually trying to do something. Then you have his brother that was whining because this man got an extra sausage. So to anybody who's complaining and moaning and groaning, get up off your duff and do something yourself, or else you really need to zip it. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Hit the like and the subscribe and the bell notice for all notifications. Then go down into the description box. You'll find the links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, a physical address, my Patreon, which is currently paused, and my Amazon wish list. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.